Hey there guys, Ormcast with a new video. So today we're going to do something a bit different. I'm going to be doing these new type of videos now, where it's kind of like a weekly update video, to be honest. So we're just going to be talking about different news, coming from games or from Hollywood, basically. Anything to do with the comic book industry or pop culture, basically. So yeah, just gonna have a little talk about a few stuff that's been in the press this week, to be honest, and just give you my thoughts, to be honest, and then yeah. So I'm gonna try and do something like this, kind of weekly video, once a week, basically, just to get news out there, basically, and give you my thoughts on certain stuff. But yeah, we've got a few different topics to talk about today. The first one I talk about is to do with the MCU. So we got some news recently that James Spader is or James Spader, James Spader, is going to be returning as Ultron to the MCU, which is that is great. I cannot explain how much I want that. In my opinion, Ultron is just one of the greatest villains that the Avengers have in the comics and anything cartoons. But when Age of Ultron came out, I did feel like Ultron was kind of underused. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about that, basically, because in my opinion, he was a good villain in that film. Don't get me wrong, but they could have done so much more, and I don't know how they're gonna bring him back. I have a couple theories. One way they could bring him back is through White Vision. Basically, from the end of WandaVision, we see Vision's body gets rebuilt by S.W.O.R.D. or the government, because we know that Thanos took the Mind Stone out of Vision's head and basically killed Vision. So yeah, that's one way, I reckon. And maybe somehow, because the government or S.W.O.R.D. rebuilt him, maybe some of Ultron's programming is somehow still in the body, because we know from the Age of Ultron he uploaded some of himself into Vision's body, but maybe the Mind Stone was suppressing it, or stopping Ultron from taking over Vision's body. But now that the Mind Stone's gone, what's to say that Ultron couldn't come back but using Vision's body? So yeah, that's one way I would say, and I do think Ultron is a really good villain. When What If come out, they did Ultron so good in that show. Even though it's a what if story, it was just it was mind blowing. That's the sickest version of Ultron I've seen. It's basically what if Ultron won. And in that story, that was just so good. But yeah, my thoughts on the Ultron returning. But yeah, we've got our next topic now, which is the first trailer for Sonic 3 has come out. So yeah, Sonic 3 is coming out soon. I won't lie, I enjoyed the first two Sonic films, to be honest. Love Sonic as a character. It's pretty cool. Knuckles, Tails, and even Shadow as well, and Mr. Robotnik. Yeah, they're just very cool characters. I've always enjoyed them in the video games or the films. It's just a nice family friendly film for everyone, basically, that can watch it. But yeah, that's just That's one film I am looking forward to. I did watch the Knuckles TV show as well. I was really like it was okay. Like, it wasn't like something like groundbreaking or anything. It was just like, I guess it was just a spin-off, and it was just like, do we need it? But I mean, we got it, but it was okay. There was some funny bits in that, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, my thoughts: Sonic, the Hedgehog 3 trailer. What do I think? I think this might be one of the greatest like video game trilogies of all time, like for films wise, to be honest, because I enjoyed the last film and I enjoyed the first film, to be honest. Like they already set up like the main trio, like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and a villain like Mr. Robotnik is very good, especially with like Jim Carrey playing him. He's just like so funny in these films, honestly. Same with like the rest of the cast as well. You got like James Marsden as well. You got Ben Schwartz, who's obviously the voice of Sonic. Idris, who's Knuckles, and many more as well. They're all great. The other cast members. But obviously in this film, we're getting Shadow, which was teased in the end of the last film, in the end credit or post-credit scene, where we find out that Project Shadow has been activated or something, and then we see Shadow in the end credit. And we're obviously going in that direction in this film and following, I want to say, like this new film seems like it's based off, I think it's Sonic Adventure 2 or something, where we get the introduction of Shadow for the first time in that game or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been a while since I played like any of the old ones. But yeah, Shadow's obviously in this film, which is great. I can't wait. And he's been voiced by the great Keanu Reeves, of all people. I know there's like a lot of people that wanted other people to do it, but I think Keanu Reeves is gonna do a heck of a job. Now just give him a gun. There better be like a funny line in the film where Keanu Reeves, that Shadow, says like, "I need a gun" or something, just as like this funny joke or something. And we know Keanu Reeves is canon to the Sonic universe because Sonic was watching Speed in the first film on the TV in that one scene. So that's quite funny that they got Keanu Reeves to come like play Shadow basically, even though he kind of exists already in the universe. But yeah, it's quite funny. But yeah, from this film it looks great. Shadow looks great. We got a tease for like Maria as well. If you know the game, then you know what happens to her. Doesn't go very well for her, I'll just say that. So be interesting to see how they adapt that. And then we see Gerald Robotnik, the grandpa of Dr. Robotnik, Eggman, which is also played by Jim Carrey, which is just great. That's so funny. But yeah, it looks so funny. It looks great. I cannot wait. I want to know what you guys think, like so far, what I've talked about so far in these videos. Obviously with Ultron and the MCU and now Sonic 3. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But yeah, our next topic, basically, we have now got our first look at a new film coming out next year. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Jurrasic World Rebirth, the next adaptation or next chapter in the Jurassic franchise, which is coming out next year, 2025. I want to say, like, I didn't think that we were going to get another one. I'm guessing this is going to be a start of a new trilogy, because they obviously done the Jurassic Park trilogy and then obviously the Jurassic World trilogy, which is pretty cool. They obviously had the original cast in the original trilogy, and then we had like obviously Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, and then they brought back the original cast in the last film in the last trilogy. But yeah, but obviously with Jurassic World Rebirth, I believe they've said this new film is taking place 5 years after the events of Dominion, the last film. So that's pretty cool. So obviously we know like the dinosaurs are all on the mainland and all that now. But yeah, we got first looks at some of the cast members like Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, as well. And there's obviously more cast members as well in this film, which is stacked, to be honest, this film casting. But yeah, we just got our first couple images and our like go tease and the title of the film release basically, which is I believe it's still filming at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they're going to take, where Universal's obviously going to take this franchise now that they've basically done 2 trilogies. So I'm guessing this new film is a setup for another trilogy, just obviously with new cast members and that. But yeah, I just hope, like, don't get me wrong, I love seeing the T-Rex and like Velociraptors and that, but I want to see some more dinosaurs. I want to see a variety of dinosaurs, to be honest. Like, there's so many dinosaurs we haven't seen or haven't been given like a bigger opportunity. Like I've been playing a lot of like Jurassic World Evolution, like this 2. I got the first one and the second one, but the second one I've been playing a lot lately, and that game's really fun because of all the different dinosaurs they've added into that game and that. I just hope we get to see some of those dinosaurs in that game that aren't in like the films or whatever, basically. But yeah, I'm guessing like maybe someone from the original cast or like the last trilogy might show up in this new film, but it's a wait and see really. But Gareth Edwards is directing it, and he is a great director. If you watch the first Godzilla, Rogue One, and The Creator, then you know you're in for something very special with this director, and I just cannot wait. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We'll probably get trailer maybe later this year, like end of year, I reckon. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. So yeah, the last thing we got to talk about is obviously something I wasn't really expecting, to be honest. So there was a report coming out that we might be getting a certain video game, basically. And that game is a Batman game, but you're probably thinking, oh, is it going to be like set in the Arkhamverse? No. So this rumour has come out of nowhere, basically saying it's going to be set in Matt Reeves' Batverse, basically. And I just thought, wait, what? That'd be mental if they did do that. Like, they obviously, like, I think it was earlier this year, but they added, like, the Robert Pattinson, like, Batman skin to Arkham Knight, which was pretty cool. Like, I know that, because that looks so cool. But making a new Batman game set in that universe, that'd be mind-blowing. I know James Gunn said that, like with the new DCU and that, they were going to make video games a part of the new DCU, but not all video games were going to be a part of that. because obviously he did say we were going to get like another like game set in the Arkham universe. Like, I know I haven't really covered it much on this channel, but there's that new Batman Arkham Shadow game coming out, the VR game for the Meta Quest. Reason I haven't covered it is I don't own a Meta Quest. Am I going to get a Meta Quest just to play that? Probably not. If it was available on other consoles, then yeah, maybe. But I probably will like watch the story or something like on YouTube or something, like just to see what it is. But I'm more into like a proper Arkham game, to be honest, because I was kind of a little bit disappointed when that got announced, because that game is taking place in between Arkham Asylum and Arkham Origins. I was kind of disappointed that it's only coming to the Meta Quest. So yeah, but a game set in the Matt Reeves Batman universe would be cool as hell. That is crazy. But as I was recording this, when I'm on Twitter, James Gunn has come out and debunked this rumour, saying that sadly it is not true at all. So yeah, when I saw that, I was kind of like, damn. But I think we do need a new Batman game, like, because the last game that come out, like Gotham Knights, I know it wasn't Arkham related, but it was alright, I thought. But it wasn't like the same as like the other previous Arkham games or anything. But I do think we need like a new sort of like DC like game coming out. I know there's a Wonder Woman game on the way, but we need like a new like open world like type of DC game. But I'm sure we will get some, because James Gunn has said that, and some other people have said some stuff as well. So who knows? But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all the topics that's come out this week. Obviously, I want to know your thoughts on all of it, basically, that we've covered here today. And if you like this video, I will try do some more type videos like this in the future. I'll probably go do a weekly one, just to get news out better, just in case I can't get to like news as quick as possible. But yeah, obviously Ultron coming back to the MCU, new Jurrasic World movie, new Sonic 3 coming out, and then obviously we covered the Batman game, like set in the Matt Reeves universe, but obviously it's been debunked. But yeah, maybe we'll get another game in the Arkhamverse, but who knows. But let me know what you guys think of all the topics we talked about. Leave a comment down below, give me your thoughts, leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.